Parents love their children more than anything in the world. They sacrifice their dreams, work tirelessly, and do everything possible to provide a better future. But what if, unknowingly, their way of parenting is actually harming their child's future? Let's watch the full video till the end to know everything and subscribe the channel for more parenting tips. Since childhood, we teach our kids to be obedient, disciplined, and successful. We expect them to listen to us, respect elders, and follow the right path. But in this journey of shaping them, are we unintentionally taking away their confidence, independence, and happiness? Let's pause for a moment and think. When your child cries, do you tell them to stop instead of letting them express their emotions? When they dream of a career you don't understand, do you push them toward a safe option rather than supporting their passion? When they ask difficult or uncomfortable questions, do you avoid them instead of having an honest conversation? The reality is, many Indian parents make these mistakes not because they don't love their children, but because they believe they are protecting them. But in reality, these actions leave deep, invisible scars that shape their child's future in ways they never intended. Emotional suppression, a lifetime of burden. When children are constantly told, "Don't cry, be strong," they grow up believing that emotions are a sign of weakness. They suppress their feelings because they fear being judged or labeled as weak. Over time, they lose touch with their emotions. They stop sharing their fears, anxieties, and struggles. And one day, when they truly need emotional support, they won't know how to ask for it. They suffer in silence because they were never taught that expressing emotions is normal and healthy.
Career choices, living someone else's dream. Indian parents often believe they know what's best for their children's careers. Engineering, medicine, government jobs. These are the golden paths to a successful life. But what happens when a child wants to be an artist, a writer, or a filmmaker? Instead of encouragement, they hear things like, "वो सब शौक के लिए ठीक है, लेकिन करियर नहीं है. पहले एक सिक्योर नौकरी ले लो, फिर जो करना है करना." And so, many children choose careers that make their parents proud, but not themselves. They climb the ladder of success, but deep inside they feel empty. They earn money, but there's no joy in their work. They live not for themselves, but to fulfill someone else's expectations. Avoiding tough conversations, the silence that hurts. Sex education, mental health, relationships, these topics are almost taboo in many Indian households. Parents think, बच्चों को ये सब बताने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, समय के साथ सीख लेंगे. But when children don't get guidance from home, they turn to the internet, friends, or worse, misleading sources. And sometimes they make mistakes that could have been prevented with just one open conversation. Ignoring these discussions doesn't protect them. It leaves them unprepared for the real world. Overprotection, weakening their ability to fight. Parents work hard to ensure their children never have to struggle. They solve their problems, defend them in every situation, and protect them from failures. But in doing so, they rob them of the ability to stand up for themselves. Children who never face hardships don't develop resilience. They don't know how to handle rejection, failure, or setbacks. And then when they step into the real world, they feel lost. They struggle with challenges because they were never taught how to overcome them. The curse of comparison. Sharma Ji Ka Beta. One of the biggest mistakes Indian parents make is constant comparison. No matter how well their child does, there's always someone better. देखो शर्मा जी का बेटा IIT में चला गया और तुम्हारा सिर्फ प्राइवेट कॉलेज. उसकी नौकरी देखी? Children grow up believing they are never good enough. No matter how much they achieve, they always feel inadequate. This leads to low self-esteem, anxiety, and even depression. The truth, our children are not copies of us. Every child is unique. They have their own dreams, strengths, and abilities. Our job as parents is not to mold them into copies of ourselves, but to help them become the best version of themselves. Instead of controlling, we should guide. Instead of judging, we should listen. Instead of forcing, we should support. Being a good parent doesn't mean being perfect. It means being open to change, to learning, and to growing along with our children. Because one day they will grow up, and the biggest regret we might have is realizing that in trying to make them the best version of our dreams, we stop them from becoming the best version of themselves. Indian parents, it's time to rethink before it's too late.